Tanks of Blitz universe to the Load Aim Fire channel. As the T-43 bumps into the Fury, we kick off our review of the 3 shots and getting cover type of medium tank, the Japanese Type 5 Chiri at tier 7. We have finished the grind, we have unlocked the STA, haven't bought it yet, but I was a bit hesitant at first to buy the tank. I really like the Chinu, as avid viewers of the channel will know there are a lot of Chinu videos on the channel. I didn't really like the Chito. It wasn't as good at its tier as the Chinu is, and I was fearing that the Chiri might be a big disappointment, and yes, irresistible pun intended, this tank is a big one. I think it's comparable in size to a Tiger or even maybe a Tiger 2 tank. But the biggest asset of this tank is the burst damage that you have. You might consider it in that regard as, well, strange as you may call it, a non-armor heavy. You have a gun, a triple autoloader shotgun, which gives you 480 clip damage average, 160 per shot with a 1 second reload in between, and a just about 10 seconds total reload. Gives you a very good DPM. Mobility, it's not the most mobile tank in tier 7. Dracula's T30, 485 Rudy, T43, far more mobile. It's a bit sluggish, it's big, but it gets around if needed pretty well. Armor, well, it's a Japanese tank, so there really isn't any armor to speak of. The gun mantlet of the Chiri is the best bit of it, and the rest, anything will pen you unless you angle it at a severe angle and get some lucky shots and bounces. Tanks like this, the KV-1S, not this example because he hasn't got the big gun. But the big guns, the 122mm, the KV-2s of this world, Borsigs, Ture Emil, whatever. SU-152, those are the natural enemies of the tank, and of course any tank with a decent rate of fire that will be able to track you, because as mentioned you have an autoloader, you are vulnerable during reloads, but you're gonna see if you manage to maintain your hit points and really bring that gun into play, you can wreak havoc. Any tank at around 400-500 hit points left, you really has to worry about you being there. And you can see it here, the reload. We have this Churchill cornered. It takes about 10 seconds to reload fully the clip, and then you can fire again. 3 shots, 160 average alpha damage. Why, Mr. Martin Dogger, were you moving into the town area on Oasis Palms? Isn't it better to go into the hills area? Yes, but Chiri, it is a supporting tank. It's not a brawler. It isn't a very accurate sniper. You can see it. Aim time, not very good. Dispersion, not very accurate. Muzzle velocity on the AP and enhanced IPRAMMO rounds, not very good. So this is a supporting tank, and this will be shown in, well, most of the videos on this review. You have to use it in a supporting role and try to get those shots, 3 shots, 160, I can't state it enough, get that into play as fast as possible. You can see the reload, 7 seconds to go, just a second, 7 seconds away, and down he goes. IS, thank you. We have spotted 2 kills for us now, and there is a tree falling down, so that's probably the T-43 coming in. Yes, there he is. And we can just DPM him down here. We have a full clip, 1, 2, 3, and yes, you can use all the adrenaline you want, but we'll just stay here, wiggle a bit, make you waste a shot hopefully, but once we're reloaded, it's game, set, and match. 3 kills, biggest damage on the team on this match. I don't think we got a high caliber, or did we? No, not a high caliber, but 3.4k damage, and that's what you can do if needed, and at times it's needed. Well played game by the T-43 from Kraken Clan. Now let's dive into the stats and numbers on the tank. I'm using the website blitzstars.com. If you take a look on BlitzStars, it will knock your socks off. You won't get them back if you visit the site, because you can see your own stats, and this is very good compared tanks. You can just add them if needed. Select a tank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tier 7 medium tanks, and let's add all the tanks. They're all there. Any tank that is in the game is can be added to the tank compare. You can add all the modules you want, types of guns needed, howitzers, autoloaders, and also use all the equipment, consumables, provisions, whatever needed, to show how the tanks behave in game. You can see I'm adding all the non-premium tier 7 medium tanks, and they are all compared to the Cheery. Any tank that is better in performance gets color-coded green on that statistic. Anything that is worse in comparison to the Cheery obviously gets red. Brighter green or brighter red means far off, more off, or a lot better. And you can also note I have the howitzer gun selected on the VK3002D. So we go back to the VK, select the top gun, and then add him again, and you can see now it's comparable in terms of damage. 160 alpha shots. About usual you can do for tier 7 medium, and like mentioned about 5 times now, Cheery does that too. And by taking a look at this, you can see where it excels our little Japanese warrior. DPM, not the best in the tier, but then again, a lot of the other tanks are lower in comparison. You have the second DPM of all the tier 7 mediums. Comet is just above. Rate of fire, quite good actually, and the reload is a lot better than say on the SP1C or the T71 autoloaders. What isn't very good on the tank, as you can see, credit coefficient also shown here. What isn't very good on the tank obviously is the armor profile. It's not available. You can see here we can add optics or binocs to enhance the view range, shown as well. And by the looks of it, the Cheery hasn't even got a very poor win rate in terms of comparison to the Panther, the VK3002D, and a few of the other tanks. That's about it. That's all I have to say for now in terms of stats and numbers. By all means, go to blitzstars.com. He is on Patreon as well. $1 a month to help him support the server costs for the website. It is a very valid asset to the game, and it can help you to know and in improving your gameplay. Up next we are on Falls Creek. Kenneth Shawzak's fellow Bushka patron will feature in this game. We have dunked 3 shots into the SP1C. We will dunk 3 shots into the Dracula and then move back into cover, and I can see already Kenneth moving in the Rudy. I'm slightly ignoring him now because I have shots on the Dracula once, twice, 3 times a kill. 1 more shot left on the VK, and we are vulnerable because we are in a reload. Rolling back, trying to not let him get behind me. And here's just a matter, I'll die anyway. And here's just a matter of trying to make him miss a shot, waste a shot, and hopefully get 1 or 2 more shots in. Just 1, and the last one doesn't get in. So that's something you have to take into account. You are vulnerable during reloads. Pre-plan your movements, make sure you can get into cover, and if possible have another tank around to hide, to help you up the DPM. If you are facing tier 8 heavies, you're gonna need quite a bit of premium ammunition, as you can see here. And even with IPRAMMO, angled sights of IS-6s, IS-3s, etc., they will be very hard to pen. That said, autoloader, 3 shots in. I have ammo-racked a fair few IS-3s that weren't wary of my 3 shots. Engine fires, you can cause them if needed, but you can see it over here. I'm firing premium ammunition straight at the front of that IS-3, and it's all red. So that's something you have to take into account. You can see I'm carrying 3 rounds every time, so 3, 6, 9, 20, 21. And that's how you can or need to play the tank, in my opinion. Like I said, it's a support. Play it in a second line. Don't get spotted first, because it's not that you might become a prime target, but any people with a reasonable understanding of the game, they would do well in trying to get a Chiri out of the game if possible, because it's got good DPM burst damage, and it's a good supporting tank. What type of players should play the tank? There was a discussion on Facebook, I think, on the WoT Blitz players page, where someone asked, he had a lot of tier 7 tanks researched, and he asked, what type of tank should I play now? Should I get the Panther or the Chiri? One player then responded, well, if you want a bad tank, or at least a slow tank with shitty armor and no mobility and hide behind your team, then get the Chiri. That could be mistaken for this tank being a camper tank, because, well, it's not. Like mentioned, it's not a great sniper tank. But you can use this tank to support from a distance with tanks around you, and it might make the life of your tier 8 heavies, of tier 7 heavies, a lot easier. So this tank should be played by people who have a solid understanding of game mechanics, who have a solid understanding of how the game works, who know the maps fairly well. You need to know where you can take cover if you get caught out in the open and there's a boss running around. You'll be screaming for your mother and really want to get out of there as fast as possible. But like with the PTA, if you can be a bit sneaky and get it into a position where you can be successful and land at least 2 or 3 shots out of your clip, then you can do a lot of goods. We are up on GOLDVILLE, as you can see, obviously up. Slowly moving in. The team isn't responding very quick. They have an Indian over there, Indian Pens, an SP1CT, 44, 85 Rudy, Type 62, a lot of tanks. Whoopsie daisy. Let's go forward again, but a lot of tanks that can easily tear a Chiri apart, so I'm slowly moving around trying to get some shots in. They have 2 heavies as well. One of our tanks is going down now, and we lose a tier 8 tank, and that isn't good. That isn't good. So I'm constantly trying to read the minimap. You can see I'm turning my tank. I'm trying to isolate 1 or 2 tanks. I'm trying to not expose myself too much to more than 1 tank at a time. Again, moving the rock between me and the Indian Panzer and T-43 and the Rudy, trying to shoot the T-62. We can't shoot him. We take a shot for troubles from the Indian Panzer, but we had a kill shot, so that's all well and good. What's the next one? Next tank, T-43. No, can't shoot him. Our Helsing is down, but these 2 have to go. The 43 and the Dragon, they have to go down, or at least get taken out and be reduced to one-shot targets for anybody on the team. We have to use a repair pack and then the multi-pack, and then there's a big tank over there, and so we are turning slightly towards the left. We bounce a shot from the Dragon. He's a bit too quick for us, because the gun is good, but it's not a snapshot gun like on the Leopard or on any other tanks. We get another shot from the right, but hey, there's a Type 62 there on 358, so slowly moving around, trying to get into cover. 1 shot in, thank you. 2 shots in, no, that one bounces. Another shot in, yes. 39 left or something, and rolling down, hold down, getting cover. ISU finishes off. Thank you very much. That's just 2 heavy tanks left on the red team, but we have a 5 hit point left. SU 152. That Tiger 2 is nowhere to be seen. There is the IS. Can we shoot him? No, we can't. And the Tiger is at the base. So it's easy now for us to move in, as long as we don't expose to any tanks on the base. You can see me checking my angles again. We can move up on the flank of this IS and put 1 shot, 2 shots in. Thank you very much. We'll just stay here, reload, signal to the team, 8 seconds left, we are reloading, affirmative, and this is pretty much game, set and match. And we're taking a long approach again. I have binocs fitted on the Cheery, and that comes in handy for occasions like this, because we have a 5 hit point, actually 152 left. And an IS, I think, not the best in terms of place, but you can see the binocs working over here. And there's the defender. Binocs, hello tiger, hello turret side of the tiger. Can't really shoot you, but using the rangefinder I can determine that he is well without range now. He's turning my turret. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. And that's a full clip into the side, left side turret of a Tiger 2. 1, 2, 3. No kill, but again 2 full clips into the side of a full health Tiger 2, and you can see what it did in just under, or in all, 3 seconds reload on the clip, or 2 seconds reload on a clip, in total 8 seconds reload for the full clip, and then 2 seconds. So in 12 seconds you can do 960 average damage, and that's about on par with most of the heavies at tier 7 and 8. So, last game of the review, Copperfield, a full game again. And as mentioned, good tank, you can see fairly mobile, obviously not as fast as an LTTB, but also that Panther can safely keep up with me. But we're smack in the middle again. You can see I'm using the buildings again, the rocks again, and also the team for a bit of cover. And here's the first shots in. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Nice shot. And we are slowly rolling back. And unless we're not reloaded, yes we are reloaded, we can move in and we get a lucky kill shot. Quick reload the gun, because we need to hold this flank. The Reds have more tanks on top that is going to fall on top, obviously. Panther is over here, there's a Rudy over here, there is a KV-13 over here. It's 2 tanks for the red team, 3 tanks for the red team, we have 2 tanks down. Switch to IPRAMMO through the front of that KV-13. Luckily the Cheeto shoots him as well. And this is what I mean with supporting role. You have 3 shots, another tank might have 1, that makes 4 shots going into the enemy. And this is about cover and not exposing yourself to anything more but one tank. That Helsing, he fired quickly, shot the first one into the ground, and the other one misses. Here we go on a KV-1S. This is one other tip I would like to give you, should you be playing the Cheery. Try not to go for kills in the, say, first 2.5 minutes of the game. Why? Because you are, in my opinion, wasting your clip potential if you go for kills too quickly. This game could have been a Resenia game, because, or at least a Pools game as well, because the KV-1S was burning to the ground, and he would have been gone, would have burned down completely if the Panther hadn't shot him. But that said, this is an ace game, a mastery game. We have met Bear Woodman from the EU forum. He was playing the Jackson. And gave me a nice shout out on the official forum as well, which was very kind of him. Thank you very much, mate. Nice meeting you. But this is a mastery game. And you can see what I'm doing here. I'm relocating and taking a long flank and using all the mobility, and that isn't that much in the tank that I have. The Sture Emil takes out our IS. Our Panther and the Rudy is still left, I think. They aren't in full health, but that Emil is somewhere over there. There's another tank spotted. Jackson, Wichito goes down. There's a Jackson, can I shoot him? Might be able to shoot him, but I'm not shooting him because I want to know where the Emil is. Can I respot? No, 347. I can't respot the Rudy. Panther might be able to do so, but he is sitting still, as you can see from the minimap. But can we spot the Sture Emil then? There is the Rudy again. No shots available, but there he is, Sture Emil. 1 shot in, 2 shots in. Take a big chunk out of health, out of us. But he had to go down, so that's 3 kills now. Panther is down to 16. The Jackson is somewhere on top over there, so that's why I'm driving over here. using the buildings, checking my angles, and constantly keeping an eye on the minimap. What's happening with the Rudy? He wasn't moving. So what I'm thinking now is that he might stay, that he might go back, because he is a one-clip tank to me. I'm using the bushes for cover, bump into the VK, so bit of a moot point. But taking the long approach, staying away as long as possible. I'm thinking the Jackson might have binocs fitted. I have a better view range at the moment than most of them because of the camo skills and the crew skills. Here are the binocs kicking in. No tank spotted, so he is either behind those houses or far more back. Still not spotted, still not spotted. Tension building, there he is. Rudy, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots. Thank you. Thank you, autoloader. Thank you, gods of RNG. There's a Jackson. Ooh, back into cover. He doesn't shoot. He misses. No, I can't shoot. Can he shoot? No, I can't shoot him. That means he can't shoot me either. So move back, 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 move back. And why am I moving back? Because reasons and binocs, and I'd like to get some distance in, hopefully spot him first, then go 1, 2, 3, 480 average, and then reload in time and go 1, 2, 3, 480 average damage again. That should be enough to take him out. And as you would have guessed it, this being an ace game, it is enough to take him out. There we go, 1, 2, and another 1, 3. He misses, and this is a stupid mistake really by me, stupid move. Should have gone for the other side of the hill, but hey ho, here we go. We are reloaded. He managed to put 1 into us, but that's not enough. He needs at least 2 shots to kill us, and we need 1, 2 shots to kill him. Well played, Bear Woodman. Maybe not in terms of damage, but you held the high ground, and that's what you should do in a well armored, frontally at least on a turret Jackson mastery game. On a cheery Top Gun medal, high caliber medal, and a Redley 3.7k damage, and taking some screenshots for the family album, obviously. And that concludes the review for today. Do you want a tank that's slightly challenging but fun to play? Get the cheery, folks. I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking.